Good morning folks, and welcome to another helping of Mr H's Hot Pot. Today is the 18th of October 2018, and today you join me and the girls on a little bit of a bimble in the fields of Wrightington, which is in Lancashire. And this is one of our favourite places to come, this Wrightington, because there's lots of little footpaths, lots of little fields and lots of interesting things to take a look at. And today is no exception. On today's bimble we're going to take a look at an ancient burial ground. Now this burial ground was created in the Bronze Age, and it's been there obviously ever since. Now the Bronze Age lasted from 2400 to 1500 BC. Obviously years before Christ, you know, they worked the opposite way to the way we do now, where we start at the beginning and go through to the highest number. It works the other way with BC. So this mound has been here for about 4,000 years. And we're going to take a little look at it in a minute. We're going to make our way over to it. And it's not that impressive, because all it is just like a mound on the land. And it does look part of the natural landscape. But it's rather impressive when you think how long it's been there, and probably how many people pass it by each day on the main road shooting through from Wigan through to Southport and don't even know it's there. So, without further ado, let's push on and take a little look at it, shall we? So, making our way up this path now, which is at the side of Bosden Farm, which is to my left, and is that big wooden fencing that you can see. Just going to make our way around this footpath now, and we should get our first glimpse of the burial mound. Now in these fields it's all grazing land these days, because there's a burial mound and such an ancient site on the farmer's land. He can't really do much with it. Unfortunately he's got to just let it out to be a pasture type of thing. You know, he can't go around digging on it. Now I'm going to keep an eye on little Rosie, because she's a bugger where sheep are concerned. But just round this corner we should get our first glimpse of that burial mound, which is there in front of you just over those bramble bushes. And there it is folks, that's the burial mound that we've come to have a look at today. Now today it's just like a lump in the field. As I said, you would be forgiven for thinking it's a natural feature. It's not signposted up, there's no signs up to say it's a burial mound or any history about it. It's known as Bosden tumulus, and this particular type of tumulus is known as a bowl barrow. The idea being that if you can imagine an upturned pudding dish, you know, that would form the shape of the burial mound. What they would do, they would lay the deceased down flat on the ground, they would place stones over it, and then they would put soil over the top of those stones, and that would form the burial mound. Now they would always do these type of things in the Neolithic Bronze Age period. They would always make these sites in an area which was like on a plain or pretty high up. Now we're not far from Parbold Hill, so that's probably why they chose this spot. And there would have been no roads back then in this area, so it would have been a peaceful spot. You know, it's amazing to think, you know, that this mound has been here all this time. Now it's a protected site. It's classed as a monument, although as I said there's no signposts up to say what it is. And for 2 metres around that you can't go around digging it. And nobody's actually been to see what's underneath there. So there could be cremated remains under there. There could even, you know, be a number of bodies under there. Sometimes they just put one person in them. I suppose it depended how important they was. But yeah, that burial mound there, which is just one field back from the main road there, the A5902, that's been there since the Bronze Age. It's amazing, isn't it? 4,000 years that's been there. Right folks, that brings us to the end of today's little video. It was just a short one, short and sweet today. Me and the girls are going to continue with our little bimble and make our way off now over towards Parbold Hill and have a little mooch around there. The purpose of today's video was just to show you how history is all around us, and history is fascinating. You know, there's things hidden in plain sight that we pass by every day and we don't even know they're there. So for anyone who lives in this area and didn't know about Bosden tumulus, you can now honestly say that there's a mass grave in the middle of the fields here in Wrightington, Lancashire. So we're going to get off and we're going to continue our bimble. So until the next time folks, from myself and as always from Lucy and Rosie, it is bye bye for now. Come on girls, let's go.